Next question is, what's a vulnerability or attack vector that you think is underestimated right now? Maybe people are not looking enough for that right now, but it's something that's fruitful that people should be looking for more.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Whew, I'm gonna shoot from the hip on this one just because it's come up a couple times recently. And it's one of those things like once you buy a red car, you notice how many other people have red cars, sort of thing. Where I found something that is referred to as execution after redirect, which I found the white paper on it. It's from like 2011, so it's almost like what either it got largely ignored or it's one of those what's old is new again sort of things.
Okay.
Um, yeah, but it's where, and I'm not a developer, so if I try to explain it in lines of code, I'm sure I'll kill the explanation. Instead, I'll stick to the best explanation I have, which is in any given page, perhaps it should require authentication, like let's just say a
Okay.
list users page. And up high up in that block of code will say like, oh, you should, redirect to the login page if they're not authenticated.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
But then like they don't put the exit or like die statement up high enough, and so all this
Yeah,
other code, as if the page was going to load,
yeah.
executes. And so if you capture that redirection, you have a whole bunch of authenticated content. And
Yeah.
I guess it's
The
such a weird
redirect
thing to
header
catch.
is there at the top, but the stuff that
Yeah.
they shouldn't see is there underneath. Yeah,
Yep.
actually
Yep.
I've seen that before as well. It's a funny one. Yeah, I've not come across it a lot, but
Yeah.
I've come across it, and that's something you've been seeing more recently.
Yeah, it's interesting. I found it at like two completely different companies, two completely different applications, like a week apart. And I don't know if it's just because I'm looking for it now, but the fact that I started looking for it and found it again a week later tells me there's probably more of it out there.
I wonder, was there a burp plugin that tells you that redirect with large payload or something like that? I
It
think
could be. Yeah.
I think there's something that tells you that, and that's kind of like your clue to go take a look at what you got. And
I
yeah,
think it's like
that is
a long loading response or something on a redirect or something like that. And I never
yeah,
really
yeah,
understood why they pointed it out until I think recently I put two and two together. I was like,
yeah.
oh yeah. So,
So they show you the
um,
authenticated stuff before telling you that you're unauthorized. That's a good
yep,
one.
yep. Yeah,
Cool.
and so you do it, you go look at it in a browser and you would never even know, you know what I mean? You really have to be capturing the content of a redirect. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The user will never know.
exactly.
The
Exactly.
proxy will.
The proxy won't lie. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. So next one is if someone wants to break into cybersecurity or pen testing, what's your piece of advice for somebody now in 2026?
Yeah, I would have said even 2 years ago, like start a blog, YouTube channel, go talk at conferences or at least meet people at conferences. Just show people you're serious and you're not just like trying to get in to get a paycheck, and that helps a lot. Um, Based kind of building off some of our other conversations, I would say, in addition to making sure you know the foundations and you're learning the pen test stuff, consider how that could be automated with AI. Not because I think that you need to become an AI specialist, but because I think everybody is now kind of going to ask that question to you. And
Yeah,
if not now, then within the next couple of years, like during an interview process, do you do anything with AI? I know we're already asking candidates at my place, like happen to be, we're not holding it against
yeah.
them if they don't, but it's definitely a bonus.
Actually, do you? I think you're probably similar age than I am, right? So it's similar to computer because way back then, people like just computer, right? Way back in
Yep.
the 80s or whatever, most people didn't have a computer, didn't touch a computer, didn't want anything to do with a computer. And now, who's using computers? Pretty much everybody.
Yeah. Who's not?
So, yeah, who's not using computer? So it's going to be the
Right.
same thing with AI. There's a lot of people that don't want to do anything with it right now, but look down 10, 20 years from now, everybody will. There's just no way around it. It just makes sense. If you can do something 10, 100 times faster, you're going to take the better route and then use the time you have available to do other things. So
Yep.
hopefully it'll bring, better life, and give us more time to do things that we enjoy doing, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the case. At least I hope it is. I hope it's not somehow flipped. I think I heard it worded where like I want my AI to do the work for me so I could focus on art. I don't want the AI to do the art for me so I could focus on work. So I'm like, that's a cool way to look at it.
Yeah, that is very cool. Well, thanks for that.